Why is it that some people just seem to effortlessly draw others in on a date? What's their secret? Is it something they say? Or perhaps something even more subtle? Think about this. When you're sitting across from someone new, it's not just about the words you exchange. The way they smile, lean in, or hold your gaze, all of these nonverbal cues speak volumes. Did you know that up to 93% of communication is nonverbal? How we move, sit, and even smile can significantly impact how we connect with others. It's like a secret language, one that shapes our interactions without us even realizing it. On a date, these subtle signals can be the key to building a deeper connection, or they can create distance if misinterpreted. So, are you curious to know more? Stick around, because today, we're diving into the fascinating world of body language. We're about to reveal the top 10 secrets that will help you send all the right signals on your next date. Ready to dive in? Let's get started. Tip number 1, the power of mirroring. Mirroring is a subtle, yet incredibly effective technique. It's all about gently copying your date's posture, gestures, or facial expressions. For instance, if they lean forward, you might do the same a few seconds later. Why does this work? Because it's a nonverbal way of building rapport and empathy. Studies show that people who mirror each other naturally feel more connected and in sync. This creates an environment where conversation flows more easily. To apply this, be subtle and natural. You don't want to look like you're mimicking everything they do. Just let your movements reflect theirs organically. It's almost like you're dancing in sync, but with your body language. So next time you're on a date, try matching their energy and see how quickly the connection deepens. This small adjustment can make your date feel more comfortable, helping you both relax and enjoy the moment. Tip number 2, foot positioning, the unseen indicator. This one might sound a bit unusual at first, but it's actually a powerful indicator of interest. People subconsciously point their feet towards who or what they're most interested in. In fact, research suggests that foot direction can be a more honest indicator of interest than even eye contact or facial expressions. So, here's how you can use this. Pay attention to where your date's feet are pointing. If they're angled towards you, meaning their toes are pointed in your direction, it's a great sign that they're engaged and interested in the conversation. Likewise, make sure your feet are pointed towards your date to subtly show that you're invested in the interaction. It's a small detail, but these unconscious signals can greatly influence how connected you both feel. Sometimes, it's these little things that make all the difference. Tip number 3, the eyebrow. Flash, a micro-expression of interest. The eyebrow flash is a quick, instinctive up and down movement of the eyebrows that often happens when someone is happy to see another person. It's a micro-expression that signals recognition and genuine interest. It's something we often do without even realizing it. This subtle gesture can have a surprisingly big impact on how your date perceives you. To use this to your advantage, try giving a quick eyebrow flash when you first greet your date. It's a subtle, yet highly effective way to show enthusiasm and create a positive first impression right from the start. Just remember, it's a quick flash, not a prolonged stare. Think of it as a tiny exclamation point at the beginning of your interaction that helps set a warm and welcoming tone for the rest of the date. Tip number 4, leaning in, demonstrating engagement. Leaning slightly towards your date when they're speaking shows that you're genuinely engaged in the conversation. It demonstrates that you're attentive, interested, and fully present. It's a nonverbal way of saying, "I'm here with you, and I care about what you're saying." However, be mindful not to invade their personal space. A slight lean is all it takes to convey interest without making them feel uncomfortable. You want to create a sense of closeness, not pressure. And if your date starts leaning in as well, that's a fantastic sign that they're equally invested in the conversation. It's like a little dance of connection, where both parties are fully engaged, making the interaction feel more intimate and meaningful. This small, thoughtful gesture can make a big difference in how your date perceives you. Tip number 5, open posture, the key to appearing approachable. Your posture can say a lot about how open and receptive you are. It's one of the most powerful nonverbal cues you can use. Open body language, such as uncrossed arms and legs, signals that you're approachable, receptive, and ready to engage. On the other hand, closed postures, like crossed arms or legs, can unconsciously signal defensiveness, discomfort, or even disinterest. To apply this tip, consciously maintain an open posture throughout your date. Sit or stand with your body facing your date. Avoid crossing your arms, and keep your hands visible and relaxed. This body language invites conversation and connection, making your date feel more at ease and more welcomed in your presence. It's a simple adjustment, but it can make a significant difference in how your date perceives you. An open posture is like an open door, inviting and welcoming, ready to embrace whatever the interaction brings. Tip number 6, the power of proxemics, optimal distance. Proxemics is the study of personal space, and the distance you maintain can greatly affect how your date perceives you. Being too close too soon can be intimidating, while too much distance might signal disinterest or make the conversation feel less intimate. The sweet spot? Aim for a distance of about 18 inches to 4 feet, which is known as personal space. This range is ideal for building intimacy without being invasive. It allows for a comfortable conversation while still making it clear that you're interested. Finding this balance can help create a comfortable atmosphere where both of you can relax and get to know each other better. It's all about creating the right level of closeness without overstepping boundaries. Tip number 7, subtle touches, building a connection. A gentle touch on the arm or shoulder can go a long way in building a connection. Touch triggers the release of oxytocin, often referred to as the bonding hormone, which helps foster feelings of trust and closeness. It's a powerful tool, but it needs to be used carefully. Start with very light, casual touches and gauge your date's reaction. If they seem comfortable, you can continue with similar gestures. This helps build rapport without coming across as too forward, making the interaction feel more intimate and connected. It's a delicate balance, but when done right, these small gestures can significantly enhance the connection between you and your date. The key is to be respectful and observant of how your date responds to these touches. Tip number 8, voice modulation, the role of tone and pitch. Your tone and pitch play a crucial role in how your message is received. A study in the Journal of Nonverbal Behavior found that lower-pitched voices are often perceived as more attractive, confident, and soothing. So, how can you use this to your advantage? Be conscious of your tone throughout the conversation. Avoid speaking in a monotone, which can make you seem disinterested or bored. Instead, vary your pitch and tone to keep the conversation lively, engaging, and dynamic. Lowering your voice slightly when making important points can also make you appear more confident and assertive. It's a subtle way to keep your date's attention and make the conversation feel more engaging. This small adjustment can make a big difference in how your date perceives your confidence and interest. Tip number 9, the power of a genuine smile. A genuine smile can light up a room and make your date feel instantly at ease. But here's the catch. It has to be real. A genuine smile, known as a Duchenne smile, involves both the mouth and the eyes, creating a warmth that's impossible to fake. To practice this, engage the muscles around your eyes when you smile. Think about something that truly makes you happy, or better yet, focus on enjoying the moment with your date. A real smile is contagious and is one of the best ways to show that you're interested, friendly, and having a great time. This kind of smile can break the ice and make your date feel more comfortable, setting a positive tone for the rest of your time together. It's amazing how such a simple gesture can create a lasting impact on your date's impression of you. Tip number 10, eye contact, beyond the basics. While maintaining eye contact is essential, it's important to get the timing and duration just right. Too much eye contact can be intense or even intimidating, while too little might come across as disinterest or distraction. So here's the rule. Use the 70-30th rule. Maintain eye contact about 70% of the time, and let your gaze naturally shift the other 30%. This balance helps build a connection without feeling too intense, making your date feel seen, heard, and appreciated. Eye contact is like a bridge between you and your date, a way to connect without saying a word. When done right, it can make the conversation feel more intimate and meaningful, showing that you're genuinely engaged and interested in your date. This subtle but powerful gesture can help establish a deeper connection and convey your sincere interest. And there you have it, 10 powerful body language tips to help you send the right signals on your next date. But remember, while these tips can enhance your connection, it's equally important to stay true to yourself. Authenticity is key. The best connections happen when you're genuinely being yourself, using these tips to communicate your true feelings and interest. So go ahead and use these tips, but don't forget to be you. If you found these tips helpful, don't forget to subscribe, give this video a thumbs up, and drop a comment below. What's your go-to body language move on a date? Or, do you have a funny date story where body language played a part? We'd love to hear it. Thanks for watching, and see you in the next video.